21 Savage has officially turned his back on Young Thug, sending the hip-hop world into complete chaos after his shocking statements about Thug being the worst rapper and even challenging him to a fight. This sudden switch-up comes right after the explosive situation where Thug was accused of getting Drake locked up, and fans are now saying that 21's loyalty was never real from the start. What we're seeing is a brotherhood torn apart, a street alliance collapsing, and a power shift that's shaking Atlanta's entire rap scene. From the very start, everyone knew 21 Savage and Young Thug's bond was something special. Both men came up from the same city, fought through the same trenches, and rose from the same gritty streets of Atlanta to dominate the rap game. Thug was a pioneer, fearless leader who broke all the rules and made his own lane. Savage was a soldier, quiet, cold, and loyal, always stand beside his OG. But as the saying goes, loyalty in the industry doesn't last forever. And now, it's like that brotherhood has been burned down in front of the entire world. Please do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to this channel if you want more updates like this. Thank you. Now, let's get back into the video. The drama began brewing quietly, right after the news broke that Drake had been sentenced to 10 years for allegedly helping Young Thug behind the scenes. At first, Savage stayed silent. He didn't post, didn't tweet, didn't say a word. Fans assumed he was staying out of it, trying to stay neutral. But then, just days later, he broke that silence, and what he said flipped everything upside down. In an interview clip that's now going viral, 21 Savage called out Thug in a way nobody expected. He said, "If that's what really happened with Drake, then Thug gotta be the worst rapper out right now. Ain't no street dude move like that." The internet froze. People couldn't believe it. This wasn't some random diss from a rival. This was 21 Savage, someone Thug helped, mentored, and supported when nobody else did. Someone who stood beside YSL in the early days. And now, he was publicly throwing dirt on Thug's name like the bond they had never even existed. Fans instantly accused Savage of switching sides, not just on Thug, but on the entire code of brotherhood that's supposed to define Atlanta's rap culture. What makes it even crazier is that 21 didn't stop there. He reportedly went on to say he wouldn't mind throwing hands with Thug if it came down to it, claiming that Thug been acting funny ever since the whole Drake situation went public. To make matters worse, he said Thug always been on some fake tough stuff, which hit hard considering how much Thug's image has been built on his street credibility. The clip spread like wildfire. Fans, bloggers, and even rappers started reacting. Some said 21 was just speaking his truth, but most felt like it was straight betrayal. Because here's the thing, when Thug was facing the hardest moment of his life, locked in legal battles, facing probation violations, the last thing anyone expected was for his supposed little brother to turn on him. It's almost poetic in the worst way. Thug was accused of betraying Drake, and now 21 has betrayed Thug. The chain of loyalty is breaking one link at a time, and everyone's pointing fingers trying to figure out who's really to blame. Insiders close to Thug's circle are saying that this betrayal cut deep. One source allegedly said, "Thug ain't even mad, he just disappointed. He knew 21 was different since last year. He saw the switch-up coming." That statement alone paints a clear picture. This tension didn't just appear overnight. The cracks had been there, waiting for the right storm to break everything apart. And Drake's situation seems to have been that storm. For those who've been paying attention, you could feel this divide growing over time. Thug and 21 used to perform together, post each other on social media, and shout each other out in songs. But lately, their energy has been distant. Even before Drake's sentencing, 21 had been moving differently, hanging more with other artists, keeping his distance from YSL, and aligning himself closer with Drake's OVO circle. Some fans think this was strategic, that Savage knew which side of the industry war to stand on. Others say it's deeper than music, that personal jealousy and pride were already eating at their friendship long before the headlines hit. When you think about it, this isn't just a rap beef, it's a reflection of what fame does to real relationships. Young Thug built an empire, and everyone around him ate good off that foundation. But once the legal heat came down, that same empire started to crumble. And now that Thug's image is in jeopardy, people like 21 are jumping ship before it sinks. It's the same story that happens in every street tale. When the money and power fade, only real ones stay. And if 21's recent comments prove anything, it's that loyalty has an expiration date. The crazy part is, this whole thing could spark a full-on civil war in Atlanta's rap scene. The city has always been built on unity. YSL, Slaughter Gang, QC, for Pico Ferrets, they all held down their own corners but respected each other. Now, though, the lines are getting blurred, with Drake behind bars, Thug dealing with legal setbacks, and 21 taking shots at his former ally. The energy in the streets feels different. Fans are already picking sides, and industry insiders are predicting that this fallout could reshape Atlanta hip-hop for years to come. And don't forget, 21 Savage isn't just any rapper. He's one of the most calculated, cold, and respected voices in the game. So for him to say what he said publicly, knowing the kind of heat it would bring, tells you that he meant every word. That's not something said out of anger. That's a man making a statement, setting a line in the sand. And now, Thug has no choice but to respond. Rumor has it, Thug's camp is already preparing a response. Word is he's been recording from wherever he's being held, and insiders say the next drop will address every single person who turned their back. If that's true, we might be seeing one of the rawest and most emotional responses of Thug's career. Because let's be real, if 21 really said Thug was a worse rapper, that's not just an insult to his music. That's an attack on his legacy. Meanwhile, fans online are debating what could have caused such a violent shift between the two. Some say 21 felt betrayed by Thug's alleged involvement in Drake's situation. Others think it's about ego, that 21's been feeling like he surpassed Thug and doesn't want to live in his shadow anymore. A few even believe there's deeper street business involved, unspoken situations that the public will never know. Whatever the reason, the tension is real and it's spreading fast. What's also interesting is that 21's recent moves seem to line up with a strategic rebrand. Since Drake's sentencing, he's been posting cryptic messages. Things like, "I stand on my own" and "no more fake love." Some people think these are subliminal shots at Thug. Others believe 21's trying to distance himself from any connections that might tie him to legal problems. Either way, he's making it clear that he's his own man now. No more YSL, no more loyalty to Thug. And that brings us to the heart of it. What happens next? Because if Thug claps back, it's not just a war of words.